Welcome, Hell's Sovereign Overlords. I've invited you all here because you represent the controlling powers of our city.
The Overlords are a powerful subclass of sinner demons who exercise control throughout the Pride Ring. From the ones we meet in Hazbin Hotel's first season, they own 16 million souls, making them powerhouses who control and influence different sections of Hell. While there are other demons more powerful than them, they're left unchecked enough to influence decisions, including how to react to the extermination crisis. Unfortunately, many Overlords are older and set in their ways, meaning it might be time for some new leaders to rise. In today's video, we'll discuss which characters could become Overlords in the future.
As in Carmilla Carmine, you are buying parts from an Overlord?
Of course. She's the top weapons dealer in Hell.
Number 1. Odette and Clara. As the daughters of a prominent Overlord, Odette and Clara have the potential to rise to share their mother's role in Hell. Carmilla Carmine doesn't appear as bloodthirsty and violent as her fellow Overlords. In Scrambled Eggs, she admits that she wanted to keep blood from her face but was left with no choice when attacking the Exorcist because she had to keep her children safe. Carmilla places the well-being of her children above all else, so it would make sense for her to leave her assets and company to them if anything ever happened to her. Odette and Clara already help their mother as we see them delivering weapons to Sir Pentious in Scrambled Eggs. They also sit in during the meeting between the Overlords, assisting in the presentation. The demons in charge throughout the Pride Ring know who the sisters are and their relevance to the weapon trade in Hell. With their reputation established and their connection to Carmilla, it wouldn't be hard for Odette and Clara to maintain the family business and make new contracts with other demons. Unfortunately, Carmilla has done enough to make herself an enemy of heaven, despite doing her best to stay out of the fighting. Although it seems like she's gotten away with killing the Exorcist, there's still time in the second season for her role to reach loot. She also told Vaggie how to destroy angels and provided the Hazbin Hotel with angelic weapons. Carmilla's time as an Overlord may end sooner than she planned, but she'll take measures for her daughters to take her place.
Mom, maybe he should know.
Nobody should know. I did what I had to do.
Number 2. Husk. Although he has no choice but to continue working for Alistair, we learn in Masquerade that Husk was once an Overlord with a penchant for gambling. Instead of using money or other favors, Husk chose to play card games and make bets with the souls he owned, leading to a sudden loss of power. He claims during his duet that he makes a deal with Alistair to save his power, but he may not have read the fine print before agreeing to Alistair's terms. Now, Husk has no choice but to obey Alistair's every whim, even when the other Overlord disrespects him or places him in uncomfortable situations. However, Husk has already shown a willingness to work alongside Charlie without Alistair's influence. Throughout the first season, he learns to care for the other hotel residents and becomes close friends with Angel Dust. In The Show Must Go On, he helps Charlie rebuild the hotel, even when they believe that Alistair may have died by Adam's hand. With more powerful friends on his side like Charlie and Lucifer, Husk could have the first opportunity to regain his soul. It's unlikely that Alistair would let him go without a catch, but the right circumstances like earning more of Charlie's favor could be enough to grant Husk freedom. It's also possible that Husk could begin making deals with other demons while still under Alistair's employment. We know that Overlords can continue working and making deals while suffering under one themselves, as the same happens to Alistair. While he believes his freedom is restricted, he could still use his powers and make deals. Husk could do the same while slowly regaining his status and power, potentially to save himself from Alistair's control.
Nothing,
If you ever say that again.
Number 3. Angel Dust. Currently, Angel Dust has started his path toward redemption. Due to Charlie bringing him to the Hazbin Hotel, he's learned to trust other people, rely on his friends, and stand up for himself. In Welcome to Heaven, he shows how much progress he's made by keeping Nifty out of trouble, protecting her from threats, and standing up to Valentino. He does all this because he's learned to embrace his caring nature, going out of his way to protect his loved ones. However, he's yet to ascend to heaven, which may have something to do with his soul belonging to another demon. Sinners who sell their souls in contracts may have a harder time leaving Hell, as they technically no longer own their souls, meaning any changes they make to redeem themselves could be null and void. Angel Dust would benefit greatly if he could escape Valentino's contract, and one of the ways for that to happen includes the death of the Overlord. If Valentino died, then that would solve many of the problems holding Angel Dust back, but if Angel is the one to take his life, then he may find himself with a unique possibility. It seems that taking down a demon with a monopoly of souls may allow someone else to take their assets. We learn that Alistair does this very thing when he first arrives in Hell, taking down Overlords to prove he's stronger than them, using their deaths as a quick way to establish his reputation in Hell. Alistair may have also taken over their contracts, becoming an Overlord in record time. Angel Dust could follow in his example, taking over the contracts made by Valentino and placing himself in control over numerous souls by taking his place as an Overlord. However, instead of exploiting those with contracts, he could return their freedom while ensuring they're cared for instead of harmed for the rest of eternity.
I own you, or have you forgotten that?
No.
Number 4. Cherry Bomb. Unlike many other characters in Hazbin Hotel, Cherry Bomb appears to enjoy her life in hell. While her history isn't known, she's made a home for herself in the dangerous and ruthless afterlife. She appears in the pilot, and her efforts to steal new territory from Sir Pentious earned her a place on the news, forcing Charlie from the broadcast. Her notoriety leaves the newscasters mentioning her by name, meaning she already has a significant reputation for causing some chaos throughout hell. When she returns in Welcome to Heaven, she does everything she can to return Angel Dust to his old ways. However, he would rather look out for his new friends than spend his evening trying to forget his bad day. However, he claims there's room in his heart for old and new friends, offering Cherry a home at the Hazbin Hotel. She claims she's happy where she is and isn't interested in redemption or changing her circumstances. Despite refusing his offer, Cherry still arrives to help Charlie protect the hotel against Adam's angels, and she also helps rebuild the hotel once the fighting is done. While Cherry Bomb may become a recurring character in the series, there's no guarantee that she'll desire to ascend or become an angel. Instead, she could use her reputation and strength in a fight to begin making bigger moves for territory in hell, eventually climbing the ranks to become the next overlord. As one of the youngest overlords with a fresh perspective, she could give the V's a run for the money while offering political support to Charlie and the hotel.
Wait, I am only here for Ooh, never mind, let's go!
Number 5. Vaggie. As a former exorcist, Vaggie is already formidable. She's one of the most skilled fighters in the Hazbin Hotel who could see the big picture despite major setbacks. She helps keep Charlie grounded and takes over management responsibilities at the hotel, keeping everything running smoothly. She shares Charlie's optimism to improve things, even if that means subverting expectations and using the system to her advantage. Like how Vaggie learned how to live and remain safe in hell after 3 years, she could also learn how to become an overlord. From the pilot episode, it becomes apparent that Vaggie supports Charlie's dream and helps her develop the Hazbin Hotel concept. As the girlfriend of the Princess of Hell and a former angel, Vaggie could use her unique status to make contracts and gain souls, becoming a prominent overlord. However, like Charlie, she could still learn how to help sinners by thinking outside the box. Instead of making deals to exploit others and use them for personal gain, Vaggie can make deals to help get sinners out of dangerous or scary situations, potentially saving lives, making allies, and finding more residents for the hotel. Although she's weary of making deals with someone like Alistair, that doesn't mean she wouldn't do so to help give Husk his freedom. It's also true for Angel Dust getting freed from Valentino, making Vaggie the first guardian angel and overlord in hell.
I took charge today, and it all went sideways. I'm supposed to make your dreams a reality. I'm supposed to protect you.
It's not always easy to become an overlord, but some characters from Hazbin Hotel have serious potential to change hell for the better. Many residents from the hotel or their friends could find themselves in a position of power, where unlike the many overlords who came before them, they could use their new status to help others instead of hurting them. Hopefully, in future seasons, some good influences will enter the ranks of hell's overlords.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Why? Didn't you say we're arch rivals?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Can't afford me.
Gross! I'd never think of it, Spider.